Hey everybody, Professor Snart just checking in here. Okay, so we are actually past the midway point in our 8-week course, so things go pretty quickly, and we're actually getting towards the end of the class, but we're actually into sort of the final assignment, the final paper that we're writing. So we have a number of units still to go through, but they're all really designed as kind of steps towards completing that final paper. So there's really just one major assignment that we have left. And it's worth a fairly significant number of points because obviously that is the assignment where you want to show that you have, even if you've made mistakes in the past, like for essays 1 or 2, the revision of essay 1, that you can, that you've learned from those or you understand the corrections and can now apply the concepts we've learned in the course correctly in your final paper, and then obviously be doing the research component successfully too. So formatting quotations correctly, integrating them smoothly throughout your work, using them in the right places, putting together the works cited page, all of that kind of stuff. So we start here with Unit 9, which is due Monday, September 26th. It's Friday right now when I'm recording this. So Unit 9 lays out the assignment for the final essay, but of course the final essay isn't due until the Unit 11, which is really the end of our class. So we look at the final essay assignment here, but of course we're just beginning to work through the steps for completing that essay. So the reading that we're doing here is Death of a Salesman, and what you'll see in the essay assignment is you're not absolutely required to write about Death of a Salesman, but I provide it here because it is a good choice to cover for a number of reasons. First of all, it's famous, so there's lots of secondary material. So just from a practical research standpoint, you're not struggling to find those secondary sources, so it's immediately useful for that reason. There's also lots going on, and it's a very accessible play. You can sort of understand the characters, and they speak in normal dialogue. It's not like Shakespearean English or something like that. So it's fairly easy to read. There's a lot of really obvious themes happening. There's lots of research or secondary research material available. So there's a lot of, good reasons that you might choose to write about it, but you're not required to, so just so you know. So the first thing we're doing then is obviously reading the play, and then there's a short discussion board assignment here, really kind of a brainstorming initial step to get us thinking about some of the important themes in the play. And then I'm going to actually look a little more carefully here at the final essay assignment. So again, like I said in the course, a number of times previously, and I'll just reiterate here, you really absolutely have to have the kind of research component successfully going on in this final paper. That means you've got the right type of sources, the right number, you've integrated them correctly throughout, you've cited them correctly, you've got your work cited correct. So it's really important to understand the requirements here, because obviously getting that other stuff correct begins with understanding what's going on from the start here. So first of all, the secondary source requirements. And remember that a primary source is not a secondary source. So the play, anything, a short story from our book, anything like that, those are all primary sources. That doesn't count as a secondary source. Okay, so we need 4 secondary sources in total. At least one needs to be a book. So if you were to write about Death of a Salesman, the easiest thing to do, and I suggest it here, is just to go to the library website, do a subject search for Death of a Salesman. You could try a keyword search. You might try a subject search by author to find a book, not by that author, but about the work that author has written, whether it's like James Joyce and his short stories, for example, or Arthur Miller and Death of a Salesman. So you need at least one book, like physical book source. Our textbook is not a secondary source, so don't go using that. And again, it's not a book about some idea that's related to an idea that shows up in the primary text. So if you're writing about, again, Death of a Salesman, or something like, gender in Alice Munro's Boys and Girls. A textbook about child psychology, that doesn't count. Some book that's just related to an idea about, you know, selling goods to anybody. It applies as far as, you know, it's related in terms of this general idea to Death of a Salesman, but it's not a direct discussion of that primary text, and that is what we need. So you have one book that's appropriate as a secondary source, at least one database. We've done this before, so that's a no-brainer. And then you have two other sources that can be either print or electronic. And if they're electronic, that means they're database sources. It's not just the general web that we're using all of a sudden. So again, you know, all of the stuff that we've covered needs to be showing up in this paper, as far as we're not all of a sudden just going to use like random sources from the web or some Wikipedia thing or whatever. We're still using databases. We're still finding discussions that are direct discussions of the primary text, not just sort of tangentially related or you know, general material that we're kind of throwing into the essay. So really, in addition to developing a topic and thesis that works, one of the most important pieces here is just understanding the source requirement. So you can read it here. If you have any questions, or even as you're finding them, if you want to kind of double check with me, is this an appropriate source? Is this going to work? By all means, just be in touch with me. Okay, topic guidelines. Unlike previous essays where I was giving you a choice of prompts to write about or a choice of themes to cover, you're developing your own approach. But of course, for this essay, even though you're developing your own topic, you're still writing the same kind of essay that we've written before, and think of the same approach. You pick an important theme. Again, recognize that the discussion board for Unit 9 here is helping us, you know, develop those themes or brainstorm a bunch of themes in the play. So you're choosing a particular theme and then just discussing how it operates in one or maybe two primary texts. So maybe the play and one of the short stories we read. Note here again, though, that as long as one of the things that you're covering, one of the primary texts you're covering is from our book or from our syllabus, really, our course, something we've read, the other thing doesn't need to be necessarily. So you could talk about Death of a Salesman and like a movie you've seen recently that might deal with a similar theme, whether it's, you know, success, the relationship between parent and child kind of thing going on. You know, there's lots of different ways of seeing connections between things. So as long as one of those texts, primary text, is something that we've read for class, the other one doesn't necessarily need to be from our book. And you don't necessarily need to have two primary texts. You could just choose one. Again, the play is an obvious example because there's lots of themes to choose from. It's fairly easy to read and understand. And there's lots of secondary source material about it. So you won't have any problems finding database material or finding books about the play or about Arthur Miller. Okay, so as far as topic, you get a sense of kind of what's going on here. You can review the secondary source requirements. So that's the completion, or that's the entirety of the final essay assignment. The length is 6 pages, so we're not talking about a 25-page research paper all of a sudden. The scope of what we're doing is still fairly narrow. Really what I'm looking for is the application of the concepts we've covered in class. So we don't need 25 pages to test that. We can do it in 6. Okay. The other thing you're doing for this unit then, in addition to a quick little quiz that is in some ways just helpful for drawing your attention to some of the aspects of the play that are maybe not as obvious as you might think, is you're submitting a tentative topic for your essay. And obviously, especially because we're in the 8-week format where everything is accelerated, you're really just beginning to think about some possibilities. So I understand that it's really tentative. You're probably not going to have a fully worked out thesis at this point. That will develop as we work through the rest of the unit. So Unit 9 here is really doing that reading of the play, some initial brainstorming through the discussion board, and then beginning to think about a tentative topic. You're submitting that, and I'll give you feedback so we can begin the sort of discussion about getting a topic that might be tentative here, but that will obviously develop into something a lot more solid and concrete and forms the foundation for writing a good essay. Okay, so as with the first essay, you've now completed the revision. I've sent that back, so you have the grade, but also the file. Be sure you look at the file I send back. I don't think everybody did that for the revision, so all of that, the comments that I made on the first essay were sort of a waste. I mean, if you didn't look at them, then you can't learn from those mistakes. And again, the rule for just about everything we've done is that even the essays, they're 100 points, which is a lot in the course, but it's not make or break. For this final essay, it really is. So even if you're making mistakes in some of this earlier stuff, the point is to figure out those mistakes, to figure out how to do it right, and then do it right when it comes to this final essay here. So be sure you're getting those files I send back and reading them carefully and understanding the corrections or understanding the comments that I've made. And again, if you have questions, just be in touch with me. Okay, so particularly as you're reading the requirements for this final essay, if you do have questions about is this topic going to work, or what kinds of sources am I finding, how does the comparison aspect work, anything at all, just be in touch with me so we can get the ball rolling and get you on the right track early, rather than having people kind of struggle early on in the process and then you get behind and you're really racing to catch up towards the end, which is coming pretty soon. The class has gone really fast so far, and we only have a few weeks left, so be sure to stay on top of things. Another good strategy that you might want to take some time to do right now is click into our due dates and just kind of look at, obviously, Unit 9 due Monday, but then to see the couple of units that we have left, the due dates, how everything's kind of paced as far as us getting towards the end of our course. So checking back into those due dates might be a good idea at this point as well. Okay, so let me know if you have questions, and I'll see everybody soon.